What is going on, YouTube? Black Bugatti here, coming to you live but not live from Chicago, Illinois. And you gotta be real careful because he's out here. If you can see that sign right there, it says store is empty, guys. Store is empty. You got nothing left to loot. Store is empty. So I'm driving down 67th Street right now. I don't know if exactly I'm on the south side of town. I don't live out here. I come through here maybe once or twice a year at best. And I don't know what this guy's doing. Or this lady right here. Maybe another lost soul to the streets of Chicago. We're gonna do a quick hood tour now. This is an impromptu video because I was planning on doing a, kind of like a gang hood tour, which I might do later next time I come back here. I don't really see myself coming back to Chicago anytime soon, but I will eventually. And we'll just kind of do it by eye, you know what I mean? I come out here, I say what I see. Now, for anybody out there who's upset about these videos that I make talking bad about your neighborhood, especially the ones from Harvey. Now, the people from Harvey, I got a lot of people in the comments like, oh, F you, white boy, this and that, blah, blah, blah. First of all, the reason why I called Harvey a shitty-ass town was because it is a shitty-ass town. It's a dump. It is an absolute dump. Do you know why I think it's an absolute dump? Because I drove through it for a few hours. It looks like an absolute dump. Now, if you have a problem with what I say, you could do one of two things. You can buzz off and go watch Charlie Bo say nothing, absolutely nothing. Or why don't you do this? Why don't you pick up some trash outside your house? Why don't you paint some graffiti? Why don't you help your neighbor maintain their yard? You got an elderly neighbor. Maybe the husband died and her grass is overgrown. Why don't you do something to help out your community instead of coming on YouTube talking down to me? Hey, I'm just a messenger. I just calling it the way I see it. Got to be very careful out here because people just honestly do not care. If you come to Chicago and you see people with dents and dings in their cars and it's all rusted out, yeah, they don't care about their own vehicles out here. They don't give a damn about their vehicles. So 67th in Indiana. So far, okay. So let me say this about Chicago from the time, because I've spent a few weeks here and there at a time out here. I wouldn't call Chicago a shithole city. I will say this about the South Side: you would be surprised as many murders as you hear that goes on the South Side of Chicago. Once you come down here, surprisingly enough, I mean, there is some abandoned, burnt out houses, but there's pretty few. I haven't seen too many, and the neighborhood itself is getting gentrified. So don't think that when you come to the south side of Chicago, it's gonna, I mean, yes, it's very, very, very dangerous. There's a lot of shootings, a lot of murders happening right here. A lot of people don't really care about the next person standing to their left. But I will say this, it's not nearly as bad as you think. Not that bad. It is no Harvey, I could tell you this. It is no Harvey. And, I would say the worst part of Chicago, and hey, if you're from Chicago, leave a comment. Tell me where I'm right, tell me where I'm wrong. You can say whatever. I'll scroll through the comments, on these types of videos. Yeah, I want to see what the people, the residents that live out here have to say about it. From what I see, the worst part of Chicago is the West Side. The West Side is a fucking dump, for real. I wouldn't even call the South Side a dump. I would just say it is a bit run down, but I'm not gonna lie, I was quite surprised about how nice some of the houses were, how some of the yards were maintained. Now, don't get me wrong, the next block is a dump, but I can't call the whole neighborhood a dump because I was surprised. I thought I was gonna be seeing like, tenements and ghettos and Section 8 and all this and that. And, I did see some of it, projects. I didn't see that much that many bad dilapidated houses. I actually seen a couple white people outside their house fixing it up. And I was surprised about that, because I will say this. I want to say within the next 20 years, that side is going to be thoroughly gentrified. And you're not going to, I mean, you're still going to have thugs and bangers and skeezers and drug dealers and users and pushers, but it ain't going to be the way it is. I think they're all going to move to the west side of Chicago. That's just my personal opinion. Damn, they are looking hard. Well, they're probably looking hard because oh man. Be careful of this damn trailer. All right, so I want to say this street right here, this looks a little run down, but it, you know, this is one of the more run down streets you would see in Chicago. I don't know what street this really is. You see a lot of trash on the ground, but also you'll see a lot of people renting apartments, and they take care of their buildings. I mean, it's all about what the residents want to make this neighborhood out to be, you know. Sorry about all the noises with my brakes and all this and that. I got to get my brakes that taken care of, but also I'm looking to start using my GoPro and start doing these videos on my scooter. I just need to go get me a Bluetooth helmet, and that will be, as soon as I kind of find one at a decent price, I'll go ahead and just grab it and let this car pass. I feel you, bro. I feel the struggle is real. The struggle's real. Please don't shoot me. Thanks. Okay, so we're on 69th Street making a left onto Low Avenue. Now, I don't know whose gang hood this is, but if anybody wants to leave a comment below, because I always have had a weird fascination with gangs. Don't know what gang neighborhood this is. I barely know what the gangs are in Chicago. You know, I'm from Los Angeles, so I only know, you know, Bloods, Crips, and Latino gangs, some Asians, but other than that, I don't know a whole lot of gangs when it comes to the Midwest. But I do find it fascinating that people feel the need to join some kind of a group, a club, or what have you, you know, for some odd reason. It's always been interesting to me. And you gotta watch out if this is a one-way or that's a one-way. So let's go down right here. I know I'm only showing you a small section of Chicago, but you see, it's, yeah, I showed you a couple grimy streets. I mean, let me tell you this. Gary is way more run down than this place. I mean, Gary's a dump. I mean, this side of town, it's, you know, it's a really, really awful neighborhood, but like I said, it's not terrible. I mean, the crime's terrible, but, you know, I mean, if you wouldn't have known, then, you know, you would say this could be a decent neighborhood. See this street right here? Not much trash. You know, people ain't trashing this side of the street. I think, you know, at the end of the day, if you live in a junk-ass neighborhood, I just think it's going to be your neighbors if they work in jobs, if they're not on Section 8, because let's just be honest, most Section 8 people, like, destroy their house that they live in. And if you think I'm lying, go ask anybody who has rented to Section 8 people before. More times than not, they always destroy the house that they live in. And I've heard this from countless people who, I've got a buddy who rents houses. He buys his, you know, rents houses, and he won't rent to any Section 8 people because they always have destroyed his house, and he just feels it's not worth it. So we're making a ride onto Halsted. All right, let's do this. Not sure who's running this side of town, but yeah, you got a couple of boarded up buildings and stuff like that. Yeah, this street looks like it's seen better days. God, Checker. I'm on a diet right now, so I can't fuck with it. But I love Checker. Yeah, if you got a Checker in your neighborhood, it's a good chance that you live in a pretty bad neighborhood. What's this dude? Come on, bro. Keep hope alive. Give $1 for content purposes only. I should come out here and interview people, but I was supposed to go do a video, and I don't know if I want to stay in Chicago. Kind of want to get going. I'm on my way to Indianapolis, so I thought I'd just kind of come here and cruise down the street and see what's going on. When I do these videos, man, you know, sometimes I feel I should just kick them out, but you know, I'd rather just do them on my scooter. So look for those as soon as I find some kind of a Bluetooth helmet, so I can get that going. That's the third cop car I've seen, so they must be going to a call because they're a little bit deep right now. Man, the one thing I will say is, for a bad neighborhood, sometimes it's literally street to street if it's going to be a good street or a bad street. You never know. You honestly never know. And I'm talking about the condition of the actual pavement of the street, not talking about the neighbors. This street right here, I have no idea. I don't get any kind of a vibe. I will say this, not a great neighborhood, simply for the fact that a lot of the lawns are not kept up very good. This right here is, who knows when they're going to come back to fix that piece of the street. That house right there is boarded up. Other than that, yeah, you could just tell that right here the grass is not cut. You know, the neighbors, even though, see, like this house right here, the grass is cut. Even though the houses are boarded up, maybe the owner comes here or pays somebody to come here and cut the grass once a month. But if you see, even on the side of the sidewalk that the city owns, when you take pride in your neighborhood, you're going to go ahead and mow that side of the grass, even though if it's city property, it's not yours, and nobody right there mowed their grass. Just making an observation. We're on 66th Street right now, and this store looks abandoned. Morgan Mini Mart. So this might be the crappier side of the south side that I've seen, because the last time I was out here, I seen it. It didn't look this bad, but I've seen some cruddy ass neighborhoods. I'll tell you that. I could probably do 10 videos just telling the truth about this place, but you know, I'm sure this place is one of those neighborhoods where it's okay to be here in the daytime, but I'm sure at night it gets very active and it gets very live. A lot of the gangs, I don't know if they still do this now, but before they were going on Twitter and Instagram, you know, talking shit to each other, and then they would take pictures standing in each other's rival neighborhoods, and then they would say, "Hey, I'm standing on Aberdeen and 70th, where you at?" And then the gang neighborhood, they'd come looking for them, and they had to go to their right. See, a lot of that killing and stuff, it stems from online social media, to tell you the truth, and then you got a lot of guys rapping and making music. I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna do this and do that. I mean, it's just a damn shame at the end of the day. Anyways, guys, just a quick hood tour of the south side of Chicago. Leave a comment below if you like the video, you don't like the video, whatever you want to say, let me know, and I will catch up with you guys later. I'm getting the hell out of here. See you later. Peace out.